Today we are making Ayam Percik, or Malaysian chicken marinated in a glorious spiced coconut cream. They're usually sold grilled, but this is my easy peasy roasted oven baked version and equally delicious. So let's go! First, let's talk chicken. I highly recommend that you get the fatty dark meat portions. I'm using this chicken thigh and leg portion. Now to the chicken, we are going to score the chicken just like this. Now this is going to get the marinade really get into the chicken, and also just so we have a more even roast in the oven later. Next, we are blending up the marinade for our chicken. First of all, onions or shallots, garlic as well, standard. This is ginger sliced for easier blending. Next, some turmeric powder. You can also use fresh turmeric if you have that accessible to you. Some salt and sugar. This is optional, but I will also be adding a coriander seeds and some fennel. Finally, add some water so that it blends easier, and then we blend. Once you have your marinade, pour that all over the chicken and really go in with your hands. Massage all of the marinade all over the chicken, get into all those nooks and crannies. And yes, I'm being a little bit princess here and using some plastic gloves because those turmeric will stain your fingers if you're not careful. And then here I'm transferring my chicken into a smaller, more compact container so that we can store it in the fridge. Marinate this for at least 1 hour. I left mine overnight for the best results. Now, since you have your blender out anyway, let's also do the base paste for the sauce too. Just give your blender a quick rinse and same drill. Some onions or shallots, garlic, ginger, and 3 stalks of chopped lemongrass. You have to remove the hard outer layer and you just want this soft inner white core. Slice it for easier blending too. And finally, some candle nuts. You can replace this with hazelnuts or cashew nuts if you can't find it. And again, just a little bit of water and give all of that a quick blend. You don't have to do this too finely. I personally find that the chicken tastes better and grills better with grittier spice pieces. Something like this, and your base paste is done. Now, since our chicken is still marinating in the fridge, we can just keep this in the fridge as well, so that the next day we would be ready to go. But let's pretend it's already the next day, okay? So let's now cook our percik sauce. To a pan, add some oil. You are going to be needing a plenty of oil for this. And then we are first sauteing the blended paste that we made earlier. Just give that a stir fry, and once fragrant, add in a dried chili paste. Now my recipe is somewhere here. If you don't have dried chili paste or you just don't want to use it, you can also use sambal olik or any of your favorite spicy paste that you can just buy from the supermarket. We like spice in this house, so I'm adding 1 tablespoon to 1 chicken thigh piece. If you prefer a milder spice, then just add 1 to 2 tablespoons. It's more than enough, okay? Saute all of that together until the oil splits. Now that's when you see the oil turn a darker red. The paste will also turn drier, something like this. This will take a while though. For this amount, it took me about 15 to 20 minutes of sauteing in the pan. At this stage, I'm adding tamarind paste. If using tamarind pulp, you want juice from 1 tablespoon of pulp to 1 teaspoon of the tamarind paste. And this is sugar. I'm using a brown sugar. Another great alternative is coconut sugar. Otherwise, just regular white sugar will do as well. And finally, you're gonna need some salt as well. Pretty standard. Stir that through, let that get all nice and mixed in before we add our coconut cream. Make sure you're still sauteing this over low heat. And once the sauce thickens and bubbles, you are actually done with the sauce. Overnight and our chicken is beautifully marinated. Alright, so let's roast this in the oven. First, preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. I have here a lined pan and I'm going to place my chicken over the top of the pan just like this. And we are popping this into the oven for about 30 to 35 minutes. At the 30 to 35 minute mark and we have our chicken. It should be about 80% cooked at this point, and this is the fun part. We are going to be dipping our chicken into the Percik sauce earlier, or you know, like what I'm doing right now, you can just kind of pour the sauce all over the chicken. Now don't be stingy with the sauce, okay? Sauce is really good for your soul. This time round, I'm going to set my oven on broiler mode at 200 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes or until I see some nice burnt ends on the chicken, just like this. You can continue with the baking though if you don't want to broil it, you just won't get the charring. Either way, your Percik sauce is going to kind of turn a darker hue like this. And you are done. This is your coconut spiced Malaysian grilled chicken, but a much easier oven roasted version. I personally love eating the chicken by itself, but you can most definitely have this with some white rice too. And you might have some leftover Percik sauce. It's also perfect with the rice. So give this a go and bye!